Hey everyone, welcome back to Vampire Therapist. Last time we had our first patient, and so this time we should get a new one, I believe. There he is, my incredible protege.
Oh, come on now, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Evidence stands against that reasoning, my friend. Do we need to talk about disqualifying the positive again?
I love the club music.
All right, I get it. I guess I've been muddling through okay.
You've been doing wonderfully. I hope you are ready for a bit of a challenge tonight.
A challenge?
Your next client has been known to be somewhat difficult.
What does that mean?
Here, look at her intake form.
Okay.
Isabella Deste. Dang, she's got some funny tasting hats.
Disty. Renaissance. Isabella d'Este was a key figure in the Italian Renaissance, funding the works of Leonardo da Vinci, Andrea Mantegna, Michelangelo. She received a humanist education and knows much about history, art, music, and philosophy. She comes from a highly aristocratic background, but has endured considerable family issues through the generations. She states that she is undergoing an existential immortality crisis, suggesting that her life and on-life have both been meaningless. Suggestion: be exceedingly polite.
I think you should get along quite well then.
I walked right into that one.
Isabella is not your average vampire. She was once the powerful matriarch of one of the most influential families in Europe. She fraternized with popes and kings, and she also wielded great power over the art world. Some say that she was the model for the Mona Lisa.
Ooh, that's a fun.
One of them highfalutin types, huh? I don't think she's gonna like me much.
She is as human as any of us, Samuel. I already know you will find a way to relate with her.
I hope so.
If you say so.
Remember, you can always seek my advice if you feel lost. You are not alone. But I hear the beating of elegant wings. Breathe, Samuel.
Elegant wings.
Oh, and do be polite.
Okay, here she comes.
Goodness. So you are the new therapist Andromachos told me of. I was not expecting someone so rugged.
She almost sounds, Slavic and not Italian. Also, I love the, Renaissance hat. She's actually, I really like her character design. She's very, regal and upright, and I feel like I should be, sitting up straight. I'm very slouchy. Had a long day at work.
Sam Wall's at your service, ma'am.
You are a therapist.
A counselor.
Well, that's what I'm here for, ma'am.
No, count.
Enough with this, ma'am. I am not running a whorehouse. You may call me Signora.
Okay. Alright, Signora. Alright, Signora. Alright, Signora. Signora.
All right, Signora.
You have seen my what? Have you been peeking under my skirts, young man?
Huh? What are you talking about, lady?
Signora. Say it.
Signora.
Signora.
Okay.
Signora.
Signora?
Porca miseria, this is not going to be easy, is it?
Therapy ain't never easy, Signora.
So, therapy is always easy then?
No.
I said it ain't never easy, Signora.
Is therapy easy or is it not?
No.
Not, I guess.
Oh, how are we to examine my inner demons if your own speech is so diabolical?
Okay.
You know what? Let's start over. Greetings and salutations, Signora. I am most honored to receive you in my humble office.
This is. You know what? I would like the drug addict back.
Very well. I suppose it will do.
I'm just here to help, Signora. It says here on your intake forms that you've been having a tough time lately.
A tough time. Indeed, yes, it has been a tough time. The realization that not only am I a corpse, but that I have been a useless corpse for nearly 400 years is a tough time.
So what set off this feeling that you're a corpse?
The reality of her own life.
I saw a film at the cinema.
Okay.
Hey, I love the cinema.
Bond with her over movies, bond with her over actors, bond with her over Hollywood glamour. Movies?
Well, not many of our kind are movie buffs. What are some of your favorite films?
I would hesitate to say favorite, but there are some films that are more acceptable than others.
God, she's like me.
For instance, Beneath the Velvet Dusk or In Search of Sadness are engaging explorations of the mortal condition.
Okay.
Oh, I ain't heard of them. You ever seen The Three Stooges?
Oh, honey.
Utter vulgarity. I do not waste my time with such nonsense. Alas, these Stooges 3 would be preferable to the abomination I saw at the cinema that made me realize just how dead I am. It was a most terrible film, one that shook me to my core. The pain of it lingers with me still 5 years later.
Okay.
Well, movies can be pretty powerful. Heck, I remember seeing one of the first films. There was a train coming right for the audience. We thought we were dead for sure.
Hang on, guys. I have to adjust my everything. Cold. Fall spring has ended and we're back into winter in Canada. Welcome to second winter, everybody. It cold out. We had freezing rain last night, and now it's like snowing and blustery, and I'm cold.
This film was not powerful. It was meaningless. It said nothing, did nothing, less than nothing, as loudly and garishly as possible.
What?
And the audience, fools that they were, cheered, applauded this desecration of the mind.
What does that mean?
I hate this film with all my being, for it has done the cruelest thing. It has revealed the dark truth. This life that I cling to has no purpose.
Dang, what the heck was this movie?
Space Wars. Rise of the Spacewalker.
Wait a minute. Space Wars, the big science fiction franchise?
Just having this existential crisis over Star Wars.
Yes, I believe it is important to understand modern media diets.
Okay.
But that's the movie that gave you your personal crisis?
Mind your tone. Do not think me a fool. I know it was not high art. But the money it made, it would make even the Pope blush. This stinking trash. This is what the people want. You see, I understand now. My attempts to infuse art with meaning were pointless. All that I am, all that I ever was, is dead.
Is this Nosferatu thinking?
You don't seem that dead to me. We're having this conversation, ain't we? You ain't just lying there decomposing.
Thank
It is
God.
no different. I might as well be rotting in the ground.
I think you might get pretty bored.
Are you getting smart with me, boy?
Look, I'm just talking facts. If you're saying all you are is dead, I think you might be doing some Nosferatu thinking. It ain't black and white. You're here. But let's go back to what you were saying.
Once, I elevated art, and all the world benefited. Why have I lost my power to elevate art now?
Control
All
fallacy.
the world benefited? There's a lot of people, and they got a lot of different preferences. You can't get them all, can you?
But I could, once upon a time.
You can't reach everybody, Signora. I hadn't even heard of the Mona Lisa until about 1911.
That's pretty late, actually.
Did you have any schooling whatsoever?
No, I didn't. But I don't think anyone in my time knew about the Mona Lisa either.
Oh, how wonderful. You add to my despair.
I'm saying you can't reach everyone, even in your own time.
That is true. I doubt the rabble had much of an opinion about the so-called great masters.
No, they absolutely did not.
We only know what we know. But you were saying.
It was all for nothing. What good was guiding Da Vinci when they sell the Mona Lisa on beer coasters?
Oh, come on now. Just because the Mona Lisa's been on a coaster doesn't mean that's all it's ever been for.
I mean, it's also like the size of like a postage stamp. So like, a lot of people. I've never actually been to France to see the Mona Lisa in person, but I know the size of the Mona Lisa, and like a lot of people think that it's a lot bigger than it really is. So when they like go to see it, it's like this like postage stamp on the wall, and there's so many people like crowding around to see it, so like you can't get close enough to see it. It's very funny to me. I think it's very funny.
I think you might be downplaying just what an impact you've had on the world.
The world needs no help from me to reduce my life's efforts to cheap commodities.
No, because if people are putting it on beer coasters, it's accessible to more people.
So just because something gets printed on a t-shirt, that cancels out everything that's good about it?
Yes, that is exactly what it does.
No, it's...
And I thought I was good at disqualifying the positive.
It should not be so. Art should have meaning, purpose. Beauty should expose truth.
You're saying art should have meaning and purpose, but does all art need those things?
What is the purpose of creation otherwise?
to do it because you want to.
How about if I just like doodling? Ain't that a good enough reason to draw?
It is a pointless reason.
Well, maybe I want to do something pointless. All I'm saying is that I don't have the same shoulds you do.
Perhaps you should.
But I don't. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do.
Which is speak like a peasant.
Heck, that's what I am, Signora. Ain't nothing gonna change that reality. Let's get back to what you were saying.
This is crazy.
But it seems I am just a dead woman. A walking corpse who is not worth listening to. I should walk into the sun.
Wow, this is a woman after my own heart walking into the sun. I always say that I'm gonna throw myself into the sun, so like... Same difference, sister?
Now why have you gotta go and call yourself names?
They are not names, they are my reality. I am a dead woman, and I am a corpse, am I not?
Is that all you are?
No.
This is how I am defined by the world.
Seems to me you're the one using them names. Hell, I think I'd be a little afraid of calling you a corpse.
As you should be. Allow me to continue.
Yeah, see, if you would not want someone else to call you that, you shouldn't be calling yourself that.
You know, you make me sound rather mad. Like an old woman, railing at the world, screaming into the void, all to no purpose.
Old man shakes fists at cloud.
Look, Signora, all I'm trying to do is show you where you're a little rigid in your thinking is all. You're expecting a lot from the world and a lot from yourself. It ain't no surprise that you're gonna be disappointed over and over again.
Yeah, that's true.
I suppose that is some insight. Indeed, I have been in a state of disappointment from the moment I was 16.
That's a pretty young age to be disappointed.
But what happened when you were 16?
I got married.
Yeah, that happened.
I think I get it.
You absolutely do not get it. You are a man.
Yeah, I think that's why he gets it.
Well then, help me understand.
Frankie, my husband, he taught me the meaning of disappointment. He taught me the world was built upon lies. These things men proclaim as values. Truth, beauty, the spiritual. They were all fiction. But if men did not live according to principle, I would. I would set the example and shame them all.
Truth coming out of her well to shame mankind.
Yet, what a fool I have been to think humanity had greater aims.
That's a thing that I learned on Tumblr. Truth coming out of her well to shame mankind.
So, what's this greater aim you're talking about?
I received a humanist education as a child. I was taught that the pathway to God was through rationality and a questioning mind, not slavish devotion to tradition.
Interesting.
This world is not Eden, but it could be. Or so I thought.
But you're a vampire now.
So you're talking about a literal pathway to God?
No, fool. A pathway to godliness. To live according to our natures. Our true natures.
You mean being vampires? I love the being nudists and being Italian. Like, that's really funny, but I'm gonna go with vampires.
You mean being vampires?
Come now, boy. Nothing could be further from natural. All this foolish hissing and copulation and blood drinking does not bring us closer to God.
But it's what we are.
But it does give us more time to find the path.
Well, talk to me about this pathway to God. How do you reckon we find this path?
I reckon nothing. I've always known that we can find our way back to God by fulfilling our human potential to be the greatest souls possible.
I reckon nothing. I have always known that we can find our way back to God by fulfilling our human potential to be the greatest souls possible. I've always known. Is that a control fallacy?
You really think we've got that much control, Signora?
I'm so good at this now.
All we gotta do is be perfect, and then we've got our pathway to the Almighty?
Yes, it seems quite clear to me.
I can't believe I'm doing so good at this.
Signora, if that's how it is, it ain't no wonder you ain't forgiving yourself or anyone for the slightest mistakes.
I'm so cold, guys. I'm just gonna tuck this a little closer to the back of my neck.
I would ask myself if anyone really has that much control. But keep talking.
I have always known we must master ourselves and our baser instincts. Virtue must triumph over vice.
I've always known we must master ourselves and our baser instincts. Virtue, triumph over vice. It's Nosferatu thinking.
You know there have been many entities over time that have tried to control humanity. They have all failed, and the Signora would do well to remember it.
I have always known we must master ourselves and our baser instincts. Virtue must triumph over vice.
You've been around a while, Signora. In all that time, when have we mastered ourselves and our baser instincts?
I spoke way too soon. I was like, I'm doing so good. Look at me go. Fucking, god damn it.
Not a single day. Men especially have no bottom to their depravity.
Really?
All right, fair enough. So us fellas have disappointed you every day for a few hundred years, right? Ain't that proof that nothing you do is gonna change that?
An evil thought, Mr. Sam Walls, but true, I concede.
I'm gonna start saying that at work when someone says something I don't like. An evil thought.
We're in agreement then. It's a little bit of a control fallacy. Do you think that's gonna change because of you? Well, let's keep going.
I have always known that the earthly lives we lead are disgusting, and only war and death can come of them.
I'm sorry, I'm yawning so much. I was up all night.
Hold up just a sec there, cowpoke. You really think all we can do is sow death and destruction?
I do not poke cows. Do I look like a farmer?
God, she's so funny.
Come on, Signora. You've been alive to see what? 15, 20 billion people live and die? You really saying death and destruction is all each and every one of them ever amounted to?
No.
Well, perhaps not individually, but as an immortal, I look at the greater arc of history.
Well, yeah, if you only look at history, like, everybody's dying all the time.
Well, most of us ain't looking to contribute to the greater arc of history, but that don't mean life's pointless. That's some Nosferatu thinking, I'll tell you what. But let's continue.
I have always known the people have become fat and lazy, and living within the Garden of Eden is impossible in such a state.
Fuck, man. I have always known the people have become fat and lazy, and living within the Garden of Eden is impossible in such a state. This feels like another control fallacy. Maybe it's a should statement? God, I hate this. Oh, I don't want the journal. Good, I'm a vampire. Okay. Okay, I think it's another control fallacy.
Our esteemed client is very good at coming up with names for others, isn't she? Perhaps you can call her out on this behavior.
Oh. Thanks.
I have always known the people have become fat and lazy, and living within the Garden of Eden is impossible in such a state.
Labeling, we've mostly used labeling for self-labeling and not...
Sounds to me like you're coming up with labels for kicking people out of the Garden of Eden. Is that all we amount to? Fat and lazy?
Look around your own country, boy. Look at me. See my disgusting rolls and saggy features. Would you let me into the Garden of Eden?
Yes?
Well, sure, why the heck not?
I am glad you are not the gatekeeper, then.
You rather have a gatekeeper who wouldn't let you in? Listen, Signora, you gotta go easy on yourself with them labels. Well, let's keep talking, though.
I have always known we should act with dignity.
This is
if
a
we would
should
take our
statement.
place at God's side once more.
I got this one.
I think this here's the meat of it, Signora. The filet mignon.
I fear your French is even worse than your Italian.
Yes.
Here's the thing, Signora. Who came up with all them shoulds that'll take you to God?
The old men who wrote the Bible. And then preached it.
Why, the greatest thinkers of history that I studied in my youth. Plato, Aristotle, Cicero, Aquinas.
Sounds like a bunch of dead guys to me. They really had it all figured out way back when, huh?
Well, of course not. How foolish do you think me?
Not at all, Signora. Just questioning where all them shoulds are coming from. But let's keep going.
Okay.
So you think you are so very clever, do you, boy? That by pointing out my distortions, you have won?
No.
That is where you are truly the fool. I already know how wrong I have been, that I have been chasing an impossible fiction all my life. Indeed, I now believe that even if we did follow the pathway to God, once we reached the end, we would discover that he, too, was a work of fiction. When I say God, I mean goodness, propriety, intelligence. God himself is a lie.
I see. So you've lost your faith.
Yes, It has crumbled to dust, much like myself in this fat, wretched old body.
Oh my god, stop.
Beauty and truth are lies. Ideas developed by ugly men to justify their existence.
No, that's not true.
While we occupy ourselves chasing those ideals, they create space wars to leech our money and our vitality. And to think they call me judgmental while they created the false ideal to judge against. You don't think I'm judgmental, do you, boy?
Yes. I've never seen anyone judge more than you. You're doing nothing but judging. Yes, absolutely. I'm going with I've never seen anyone judge more than you.
I wouldn't put it that way exactly.
Say it, Sam.
Besides, I ain't gonna call you names. In fact, that's where I think I want to challenge you. Signora, I think the person you're judging more than anyone is yourself.
Okay.
I know you got raised with all them high ideals, so of course you're getting disappointed when nobody can reach them. That's some heavy pressure, not just on them, but on yourself.
Yeah.
I'd ask yourself what all that pressure's doing for you. Is it bringing you any satisfaction? We can't always control what things are gonna be.
This is not acceptable.
Hold on, I know this one. What the heck she mean it's unacceptable to not be in control all the time?
Thanks, Sam.
Let's say that again, Signora. I got some bad news for you, Signora. None of us really has the power to change the world on our own. Not even a clever lady like yourself.
Maybe it's because I'm tired that I'm getting dumber. I don't know.
I suggest we start working on ways of helping you find a way to accept the world for what it is.
But the world is base and unworthy.
Remember that term I told you about? Nosferatu thinking? You're gonna strip all the color out of the world if you keep doing that. The world's a lot more than just base and unworthy.
Nosferatu thinking. I am not used to having my own thoughts thrown back at me.
So, like, this is a woman who needs to, like, sit down and start, like, reassessing her priorities, I guess?
Well, that's why you're here, ain't it? I ain't gonna help you change the world, Signora. All I can do is help you find some other perspectives.
Sam, that's so good and important to say.
I suppose there is a certain simpleton's wisdom in the way you speak.
I'm gonna kick you in the teeth.
Thanks, I guess.
Very well, boy. I will consider what you have said. We will meet again in exactly 4 weeks. Do we have an understanding?
Nice.
Yes, indeedy, Signora.
Yes, indeedy.
Ugh. Please learn to speak properly by then.
That's not gonna happen, honey.
Well done, Samuel. I believe you handled Signora Deste quite well.
You kidding? That lady straight up hates my guts.
Yep.
Samuel, if Isabella Deste hated your guts, she would not be shy about telling you so.
That is true. That lady is... There was not a single unjudgmental bone in her body.
That I believe.
Older we get, the harder it is to gain a different perspective. Have patience. We are not all as wise as Samuel Walls.
Guess it's just that simpleton's wisdom, as the Signora called it.
Do not adopt her labels, Samuel. I will not stand for it. I know she was a challenge, but you rose to it as I knew you would.
No, I've flopped like three times? 3 times.
I think you deserve a night of hard drinking. What do you say?
Hard drinking.
You don't need to tell me twice.
What is hard drinking?
All right, Andy. I'll see you later then.
Indeed, Samuel. Enjoy yourself. Excellent work tonight.
Do I want to know what hard drinking is for vampires?
Rest in peace.
Let's go get sloshed.
Dang, I think that's enough abuse for one night. I could use a drink and a quiet night.
Okay, hang on. So... Okay. Dr. Drain is addicted to plasma that makes him black out and do things he dislikes doing. He likes a logical approach, he doesn't sleep, irritable maybe because he's not sleeping, loves should statements, and maybe a fair amount of disqualifying the positive, obsessed with work, doesn't seem to like vampires. Next time, I should figure out what the heck this plasma stuff actually does. Isabella d'Este thinks her life was meaningless because modern art is meaningless too. Apparently, this rise of the Spacewalker movie set her off. Extremely high-minded, major issues with her former husband, thinks most people are corrupt, especially menfolk, used to be a devout Catholic, not so much anymore, likes to be in control, maybe a lot of control fallacies. Next time I'll dig into the family stuff, seems like there's a lot of anger there. Okay. We've got... Oh, here we go. I met my first client tonight, and hoo boy, he did not like me much. It sounds as though he doesn't like anybody much, though, so I can't be too disappointed. Poor fella, I ain't never seen anyone so high-strung. Well, maybe... I think that's Pussifier. But... Pacifier Jones? 80 years later, and the memory of him still makes me laugh. Oh, no, it is Pussifier Jones. That kitty even hated John. Moyer? Mirror. Whatever. And I think all his animals loved him. She would hiss even when eating her food. It was the darndest thing. I picked up that this Dr. Drain is a real should statement kind of fella, but I think I can help him out if I can get him to take a nap. I think he'll be a lot less grumpy. Okay.
Hey, cowboy. Why the long face?
Hey, Crimson.
I used to say the same thing to my princess.
Your daughter.
His horse.
My horse, actually. She never really understood the joke, but I still like telling it to her.
You didn't answer my question, Gunslinger. What's got you down?
Oh, I just finished up with my second client. She gave me a tongue lashing to remember her by. You ever talk to someone who's so educated and refined that they make you feel like a space alien?
No, actually, I think that's what I am.
Only everyone I ever met in law school. At least until I learned to speak their language.
You're a lawyer?
Was, and no, I wasn't the blood-sucking kind, before you start with the vampire jokes. Just a wide-eyed DC do-gooder.
Nice.
But I get what you're talking about. People can use language like a membership card. You don't speak the lingo, you don't get in.
Okay.
Well, that's just what I mean. I just ain't sure I've got the lingo for a 500-year-old high society Renaissance woman.
Well, how do you think your session went? Think she heard you?
I think she heard me at the end.
Well, she did say that I'd given her some stuff to think about. And to tell the truth, she seemed kind of embarrassed about that.
So what? If she heard you, I'd take the W, cowboy.
Hell yeah.
Take the W. What, the wagon?
The win.
The win, Gramps. Maybe she isn't gonna relate to you, but that doesn't mean she can't hear you.
Oh, you're probably right. I guess I'll take the W.
Hell yeah.
While you're at it, I'll take some B too. That's blood, see?
Hell yeah, take the B.
What are you in the mood for? Men? Women? Something a little more off the beaten path?
I think I'll have some takeaway tonight. What have you got?
Takeaway.
Here, try this. Should put some color in those cheeks.
You really ain't squeamish, huh, Crimson?
Nah, healthy blood never hurt anyone. I've been hanging around vampires for 20 years, and they aren't so scary.
Yo, they seem kind of pretty normal, actually.
Not even Bert.
What, that old pointy-eared teddy bear? He's a total sweetheart, unless someone gets aggressive or touchy with the customers.
Oh yeah, I love Bert.
What does he do then?
They get a stern warning.
And if they don't listen?
Why, then he eats them.
Hell yeah, Bert.
Maybe he is a teddy bear. I met Teddy Roosevelt back in the night, and I'm pretty sure he would have done the same thing. Speaking of which, I got a thirst something fierce. I think I'll head back to my coffin for a little rest. But you have a good night, Crimson.
You too, Sam. Don't let the Draculas bite.
Don't let the Draculas bite. That's cute.
Time to crack open a warm one.
Let's crack open a warm one.
That's the good stuff. Now, maybe I can find a quote from one of my favorite books that'll help give me a little inspiration. Or I could watch the Three Stooges hit each other a whole bunch.
God, I love that.
Or I could just go to sleep. What's it gonna be, Sammy boy?
Ooh. Let's read.
My profession is to be always on the alert, to find God in nature, to know his lurking places.
Okay.
I always like that quote. I ain't a God-fearing kind, but it's true. There's a natural beauty behind the man-made world if you know where to look.
God, I love looking at, like, brutalist architecture. There's just something so... There's just something about brutalist architecture for me that, like, really draws me in. And, like, I think there's just something about it that I really like. Some people are all like, brutalist architecture's not that. Like, everybody has something that they're super into. Apparently I'm into brutalist architecture, which is strange, but like, yeah, I love it. I love it. But then, like, I also know, like, other architectures as well. And there's some of them that I'm like, oh, I really like this about this style, and oh, I like this about that. I'm very much one of those people who's like, oh, I can talk about whatever because I find things that I like about all of them, if that makes sense.
Isabella D'Este's all culture and breeding, but underneath, she's got her vulnerable and beautiful humanity too. I just gotta remember that. All right, that's enough for one night. Time for some rest. I hope my next client will be a little easier.
Don't yawn because I will yawn.
Samuel, good evening. I am glad to see you looking so fresh and well slept.
Had a doozy of a client tonight by the name of Isabella D'Este. Holy hell, that is one strong lady. I was shaking in my boots half the time talking to her. I read up on her Wikipedia and was glad I hadn't done that before our session. I would have been even more scared. I'm surprised we could even have a conversation. She was the Pope Leo X's sister-in-law. How the heck do you deal with family like that? I've had a nice week otherwise. Been exploring the graveyards here in Leipzig. They're real fancy here. Guess it ain't no surprise this place has so many goths. Okay. Yeah. No, actually, we're gonna keep this one short today because I'm tired. I was like, oh, I'll keep going. I'm not. I'm lying to you guys. We're lying. Mostly because, yeah, I was up all night. I had an overnight shift. You guys don't want to hear this. You guys just want to see me do the video games. But yeah, I had a long overnight shift, so I'm gonna call this one here. Thank you guys so much for joining me for another episode of Vampire Therapist. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you guys are having fun with this as much as I am. Let me know your favorite architecture down in the comments below so we can talk about it. Because apparently, that's what we're about right now. Yeah, hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!